When I tell you, I've been waiting for this, y'all. Not because I wanted it, because I knew it was coming. Jeff Metcalf, the man who's been on every podcast, every TikTok, every news camera spitting racist venom at black people. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. Press 3 if you know I'm telling the truth. His own childhood friend just came out and said, "You killed your son, not Karmelo. You." Honey, when I heard it, I didn't cheer. I didn't laugh. I said, finally, it happened. Okay, finally, somebody who knows him said what we already knew. This man, and I'm going to call him what he is, a white man who grew up with Jeff Metcalf, y'all, looked at the camera and said, "You still up to your old tricks." Ooh, just pushing out bigotry, doubling down, tripling down on your racist, talk. And that is where Austin Metcalf got that from. Let's not forget. Austin Metcalf, he's the same one talking about, "I bet not see no monkeys up at the track meet or else." Let me tell y'all something. Karmelo Anthony didn't unalive your son. You did. That is what his friend told him. By teaching your sons to be a racist bullies. And that's exactly what it was. That accident never would have happened if you would have been a better father. Ooh, that's what he said, y'all. I seen it and I heard it with my own ears. And I F with white people like this. I really do. Because one thing about white people like that, honey, because if you a white person who keeps it real about real stuff, honey, you family. You invited to the cookout. You invited to the barbecue. But this man, he knew Jeff, y'all. He saw the childhood. He saw that house. He saw what Jeff was teaching them boys. And he said they wouldn't have been, he said they wouldn't have been such bigot pieces of crap if you would have been a better father. And I agree with that. Okay? And y'all, let's not act like this is a grief talking. Jeff Metcalf, he's been racist. Press 5 if he's been racist. Ben, he got on TikTok Live and said, and I quote, 400 years ago, someone actually sold you to us. And we took you over here and put you to work. And then we had a civil war to free your ass. And now you want to talk shit? You're not oppressed. You're effing entitled. Yeah, that's what he said. Press 7 if you heard him say that. That's what he said. I don't got nothing to lie. He called Karmelo Anthony a watermelon felon. He mocked DEI. He said black fathers ain't involved, a statistic that has been debunked. He claimed to be a Native American. I got my Indian card to deflect from stolen land. Called Karmelo's mama a drunk bitch, threatened Charleston White, and then had the nerve to say, "I forgave him so I don't carry hate." If this is forgiveness, honey, I don't know what hate is. But here's what the friend said that cut me deep. Cut me deep. You taught your sons to be racist bullies. And we see it. The Metcalf twins had a reputation of bullying y'all. Did y'all know that? Press 3 if you knew that. The defense tried to bring it into the witness. Teachers, I'm talking about other victims, about their discipline history, because these brothers, they got a long history of being bullies. The teachers knows about it too. Their arrest for racist graffiti out in the city, out everywhere in the towns, just monkeys gonna get you know what, just being racist. They didn't just stumble into that tent and mess with Karmelo. They were bred for it by their father. And the comments know Jeff was beating on his ex-wife. Did y'all know that too? Press 2 if you knew that too. What type of man put hands on a woman that birthed his kids? What type of man does that? Hunter broke Jeff's collarbone. Did you know that? Yes. Press 7 if you know I'm not lying. Hunter, one of the sons, broke Jeff, the father, collarbone. They got anger issues, man. The twins grew up under a roof where racism was the air they breathe. This ain't speculation. This is a pattern. This is what happens when you teach a child that black people are less than. That they're entitled to dominate them in any space they in. That they can say and do whatever they want. And then when your son picks on the wrong one, because everybody ain't playing out here in these streets, and Karmelo told him, don't touch me, and it goes left. You don't look in the mirror. You don't say, where did I fail? You point at the black boy and say, he did this. Nah, Jeff, you did this. And the part that just make my skin crawl, y'all, this man quotes the Bible. He said, God says there's going to be trials and tribulations. He said, an eye for an eye. He said, I forgive so I don't have to carry hate. And the comments said it best. Jeff Metcalf is Satan. If he ain't Satan, he's Satan's son. Satan, honey, is very familiar with the scripture. Hello. And has a historical use it for manipulation. Hello. This is the devil citing scripture for his purpose, using holy words to glorify unholy hate, calling himself forgiving while threatening people's lives, claiming Christianity while calling the grieving mother a drunk bitch. You can't serve God in racism. You can't claim peace while pouring poison, okay? And his friend said it all, y'all. His friend knew it. And his friend said, you would never know peace, Jeff. All you have is your hatred. And where was the media? Huh? Where was the deplatforming? Jeff Metcalf been saying this for months. Podcast, news interview, TikTok lives, calling black people watermelon felon, saying we were sold to them, and not one mainstream outlet called him out. Not one platform removed his ass. And they let him say it, they let him spread it, and they let him recruit more hate. Hello? Yeah, they let him recruit more hate because the system protects its own. A white man grieving his own son can say whatever he wants about black people, and they call it understandable anger. But let a black mother cry for her child, and they call her hostile. Let a black father defend his son, and they call him aggressive. The system saw Jeff Metcalf and said, he's one of us. Let him talk. So, what do we learn from this class? We learned that the friend who knows the real them is the most dangerous witness. We learned that the grieving father was always a racist. The grief just gave him a microphone. We learned that the Christian who quotes Bible verses to justify hate is the most demonic of all. And we learned that when they say forgiveness, they mean I get to keep hating you without any consequences. And we learned this. Jeff Metcalf didn't lose his son to Karmelo Anthony. He lost his son to his own hate, to his own parenting, to his own failure. And instead of owning that, instead of looking in the mirror and saying, I failed my child, he looked at that black boy and said, you did this. But his friend said it best. You will never know peace, Jeff. All you have is your hatred. And I believe that. Because hate eats you from the inside out. Hate makes you get on camera and call a child a watermelon felon. Hate makes you blame a black boy for your own failure. Hate make you lose your son, your reputation, and now your own people turning on you. So Jeff Metcalf, you wanted justice for Austin, but Justin looks like the truth. And the truth is, you unalived your son. Not with the life, not with that knife, but with your hate, with your parenting, with your racism, and now the whole world sees it, even your own friend. If y'all agree with me, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And bring your daddy, because we got work to do.